Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, Working Title Sports Show on a special time we're coming, second week of July. Lots of
free agency, nigga.
Free agency,
motherfucker.
free agencies. Hearts were falling, and the balance was restored in the NBA, or so people like to say. I don't know about that, but we'll see.
Certain basketball players getting denied coffee.
Yeah, certain players being denied. So let's start it off with Kawhi. Kawhi apparently is like Russell Crowe. He's out here trying to make dreams happen to different NBA teams. He's trying to make a championship happen right now. First he led Toronto. He led Toronto to the motherland. Now he's trying to lead the Clippers to the motherland. Let's see if he does it. And he disappointed the Lakers at the same time. That's what makes it all hilarious.
No, he didn't disappoint the Lakers. He disappointed the LeBron James fans.
All right, you know what the fun part about that whole trade was the fact not only is it Kawhi is going to be Kawhi, but he gets Paul George with him too. And man, Paul George leaving Oklahoma is one of the most poetic things in the world because the mayor the year before was like, "We have Paul George for life."
Right, I was gonna say he was on stage smoking cigars.
I remember asking Marky about it.
Hold on. You mean to tell me he actually came out and said, "We have Paul George for life"? He got some bad.
I mean, I wouldn't be
because he thought he was going to be a franchise player and was going to stay in Oklahoma City for the rest of his career.
Look, therefore, I really hate to be the bearer of bad news on there and just say, "Sir, I got some bad news for you."
Yo. They do that. Paul George, they gave him on day, Paul George Day. And the nigga left a day before Paul George Day. There are levels of irony that is high level. That is high level.
That's like if D Wade left like on Wade County Day.
Yeah, that would be like the thing that symbolizes you. You say, "Hey, this is a perfect day to say, that was nice. But you can stop doing it."
Oh yeah,
everybody had the same reaction that they had to Bart in fucking Blazing Saddles when he pulled the gun on himself.
Yeah. Yo, you know what? But the best part about that is Russell Westbrook finally has enough confidence to say that he can carry on and make Oklahoma City a franchise worth of, wait, what? Oh, he leaving.
He want to go to Miami.
Well, see, here's the thing about that, though. He wants to go to Miami, but Miami, like, go fuck yourself for right now.
Damn
They
right.
don't want that.
They
don't
damn
want
right.
DK is like, you damn Skippy.
Miami is basically like, go fuck yourself. We don't want you.
Westbrook is the toxic masculinity of the NBA.
He really is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Gay as fuck. You can't prove it, and he's a worst thing to anybody.
Bruh, and you know what?
Bad dude. He's a bad little dude.
And the
Real
rest
talk. He doesn't have no friends. He barely gets pussy.
And here's the wild. The Westbrook Hive dares to say that he's better than John Wall. And I'm like, dog, John Wall on a broken leg is better than Westbrook. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Right.
I won't go that far. I won't go that far.
I'm a John Wall stan. All right, D, let me have this.
I know you are. But I can't go that way. John Wall he's a better John Wall is a better defender and a better just point guard. Period.
But I don't think he's a better shooter.
Now, as a better shooter, no. I give Westbrook that. When you're a fucking deep threat like that, man, yeah, I give it to you. Now, but here's the problem, and I brought this up before, Chris. I will always repeat this. When it's 4 seconds left and you have a choice between Paul George and Russell Westbrook, why is the fucking Russell Westbrook?
It's just like, what are you doing here?
Russ is not good.
Because they wanted to beat Carmelo Anthony so bad.
Hold
on, D. I got the answer for that because Russell becoming a meme somehow made him like +20 on everything.
Basically,
yeah.
I mean, let's be real about this too.
I can't argue that because the same thing happened with OBJ.
The same thing also happened with
Nick Young.
Cam Newton. Cam Newton too. When you become a meme, you become some type of a star, no matter what, man. So,
but Cam went from like meme god to like Madden cover.
Yeah, I know.
But here's the thing, though, too. But I think the only reason.
a Madden cover, yet somehow Matrix bullet timing the curse.
Side note, our homeboy from Kansas City, RIP to your season, dog. Just got to keep reminding people on that one. Sorry. Just, continue.
Hey, also, Jimmy Butler's a Heat player, nigga.
So I give it up for the Heat and Jimmy Butler, but I gotta say, y'all ain't got Whiteside.
Hey, look.
Bam Adebayo.
Now, as much as I'm,
No.
Now here's my thing though. Even though I'm like, yo, Miami said fuck Westbrook. The savage in me is like, yo, I want team problematic and Westbrook and Jimmy Butler on the same team. I need that, please. I need this. I need this to happen.
Westbrook didn't like the way he was being treated, which I understand. But not Westbrook. Jimmy Butler didn't like the way he was being treated, which I understand. But Russell Westbrook carries that shit, and you know it's him.
This is why I feel he purposely does that shit where he gets triple doubles. I'm like, you're doing this shit on fucking purpose, Westbrook. Cut the shit.
Of course he is.
It's weird about certain guys that have that gene of being a scorer as a point guard. Those guys are like the flamboyant wide receivers of the NBA because these motherfuckers have a chip on their shoulder and they rarely actually win anything. And I really mean that. Look at that.
OBJ, Deshaun Jackson, Kelvin Benjamin.
Yeah, motherfucking Ocho Cinco. We can go on the list of these dudes who are incredible players, but they don't win shit. And that happens with a lot of the scores. And I hate to say it, Allen Iverson's a good example of that too. But Stephon Marbury is a good example of that shit, man.
He had to go to China to get them rings.
Hey, Starbury shoes are high quality and only $15.
I'm gonna get me a pair. I keep on saying I'm gonna get me a pair. I think this is finally the year of the 10 years of Starburys being available, and I'm actually going to get
Let me know when you get a pair. I get a pair. We can wear them together.
Yeah, man, I know, yeah. We can be all cute walking down the street, shit, skipping and shit. Huh, we got Starburys on. Somebody across the street.
It's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, because Starburys are the Melissas and nigga shoes.
They all really...
Like, it used to be Buffalinos, but they don't make Buffalinos no more.
Oh,
well, they did in like 2017. Stop again.
You know what? Real quick on shoes, I'm actually still surprised that fucking Champion has made a fucking comeback. That went from being
that Timberland collab. Oh my god, that was brilliant.
That's amazing.
Hey, can I point out?
Branding.
Now, here's my thing. Can I point out the dumbass of fucking free agency? Marcus Morris, what the fuck you doing? Why are you gonna renege on the Spurs to go to the Knicks?
There is open season for there to be a star in New York. My God, is going to be him.
Okay, so basically Marcus Morris.
It all depends on who gets the Melo hoodie.
You know, I got a question.
I know y'all remember me saying that at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
It's all about who gets the Melo hoodie.
It really is.
Marcus Morris had a 2-year...
Like bike shoes.
This motherfucker was going to make $20 million for 2 years with the Spurs, and he's going to renege on that to do a 1-year deal with the Knicks. I'm like, why?
You know, it always makes me question when stars do that, period. Why would you leave a setup where you have a chance of winning a championship to lead a team? And it always falls back on how much they fucking paying you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, just being honest, I get it. Oh, you want to play at Madison Square Garden. Everybody does.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be real. I'm going to be very fucking real with you. How's that going to get me a ring?
Right.
How is that going to get me deep into the playoffs? Because New York is not that spot. Why is New York so fucking overrated? The Knicks are the most overrated team in the fucking league. And they get by on that shit. They get by on that shit. Say what you want about Lakers. Say what you want about the Lakers. Yes, they're a little fucking fan base their own damn self. But here's the difference. They win shit.
Well,
yeah.
They look.
Patrick
can't promise. I mean, look, they can't promise you a ring.
Patrick Ewing is
Patrick Ewing.
First of all,
Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing ready to get around and shit.
First of all, they can't promise you a ring.
Yeah.
They can definitely give you some marshmallows and ginger ale.
That is
That's
true.
Not a contract in New York is worth to me, nigga. Here's the thing. Okay.
Who's gonna turn that down though?
and a slice of pizza.
Fuck.
Chris, I hate you for the slice of pizza.
And slice the pizza on every corner.
You know, I look. They missed on Zion. I understand that shit. You would have thought it when it went to them, but you know what? My God is an awesome God, and He doesn't want.
But here's the thing too. Fucking Brooklyn Net fan base are swinging their dicks like we got KD and Kyrie. Hey guys, KD ain't gonna be ready this season, so what are you celebrating?
That's the one thing, and me and Chris talked about this the last episode. The episode
episode before that one. Yeah, episode before that.
Yeah, me and Chris talked about this, and we said basically, like, you do realize that, yeah, I got KD coming back, and because people come back from these injuries and do very well, but KD's whole game is going to change up. Mm-hmm. This is not going to be the same KD that you are signing that was on Golden State. This is going to be a different dude that's got to run differently, that's got to shoot differently, that has to defend differently.
He hit his entire play.
And like I said, and KD is a fucking superstar. He will figure out a way to do it. But here's the difference. How long is that going to take? And also, just thought, is it going to be like Brandon Roy, where you come back, you were at 88 when you left, and you come back, you're at 80? Is it going to be like that?
That is a good point.
Like I still find it funny that that everyone's holding on to like holding on to KD. Like you know, all he got to do, you know, we just got to throw him into space, let him absorb the power of the sun, and he'll come back like Superman.
That's the way they're treated. Yeah. That's the exact way they're treated.
That's exactly how they're treating them.
And you're going to have to, and Kyrie is going to have to deal with this for a whole year without KD.
Mm-hmm.
And more power to him.
Brooklyn is strong enough to make the playoffs with on Kyrie, but I want to know how they shape out, man, because I still think he left a good situation in Boston.
Yeah. I mean, but I think that was just I don't know who said it, but it was just like Kyrie wasn't that dude that could lead Boston like we thought.
Right.
So, yeah, man. I mean, that's just what it is and stuff. But I mean, look, Nets, they're fucking celebrating. I'm like, why? I don't know. Fucking
they won a championship.
I mean, Clay got re-signed to a big deal with the Warriors, so kudos to them and stuff.
I know, and a lot of people, were like, Zell, you think your boys? I was like, no, we're not. The Warriors we're not gonna let go of Clay, even though, yes, fantasy-wise, it would be awesome to have Clay on the team, on the Lakers, because of the fact that his dad was part of Showtime.
Yes, he would.
So, like, fantasy-wise, it would be awesome if Clay would have followed in his dad's footsteps and would have donned the purple and gold. But realistically, I knew that the Warriors were not going to let him go. That's just facts.
You know what? The Lakers don't look that bad anyway with that he got. Them getting DeMarcus Cousins made me laugh because I mean this. The Lakers were the only team that fucking wanted him.
Yeah, and you know,
and y'all know how I feel about Boogie. Y'all know how I feel about Boogie. Go to all the past episodes of Working Title Sports Show, and you guys will know how I really feel about Boogie.
I mean, look, at least the dude don't got to move that far. It's just, you know, you just got to move.
Good for him. He ain't got to move that far.
2.5 hours down the road, and he's in L.A.
But since we're talking about L.A., let's talk about the real good re-signing that the Lakers did. I mean, yeah, they re-signed JaVale McGee, and yeah, they re-signed Rajon Rondo, and yeah, they re-signed KCP. But the real golden gem that the Lakers re-signed was number 4, a.k.a. Bald Eagle, a.k.a. the Bald Mamba. I'm talking about Alex Caruso, y'all.
I fucking hate you.
I hate you.
Real talk. The boy can ball. Like, for the past, this past season, he was, like, 3-point range-wise, he was somewhere between 48 to 55% from 3-point alone.
Yeah.
Alone. So, talk about we don't have a shooter. We do have a shooter. We got a shooter in the Bald Mamba.
Now, here's the thing, though.
You don't stop calling that nigga the Bald Mamba.
He is the Bald Mamba.
He is the Bald Mamba.
The hustle that he has. I got one
DK.
Can he keep that up, though? Hey,
I really hope he can.
That up, though? Because that hustle that he has is incredible, man.
Yes. Yes, it is.
You need that. in a bench player, hell yeah, you need that.
Yeah, and like I said, and I know I joked about it, but I'm dead serious. LeBron found his white boy in the Lakers the way Kobe had Farmar.
Yeah.
And we all know how me and D feels about Farmar. Farmar could ball.
Also, look, that had to be his white boy because, I believe Kobe verbally abused Sasha Viracek every day. I believe he really verbally like, I really truly believe that Kobe hated him. I don't know why. Just every day, like, so you smiling in pictures today? Yeah, so you keep doing it, motherfucker.
Hey, I'll tell you what though. I'll tell you what. So the Wizards made some moves. Isaiah Thomas is coming to Washington.
I have nothing about Isaiah Thomas coming to this team. I have nothing.
CJ Miles is getting traded to Washington from the Grizzlies, and Dwight Howard is going to the Grizzlies.
Yo, shout outs to WKYS on their Facebook page.
Really?
Laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji. What was y'all guys' favorite memory of Dwight Howard? Laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji.
The time he fucked up the slam dunk contest.
That nigga ain't they ain't shit. No, actually, my only memory, real talk, unfortunately, is about him getting pounded in the butt, and we don't even know that
I mean, look, it is what it is.
We don't even know that rumor was true, man.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest memory. That out of nowhere, somehow, some way, we inherit Down Low dude, and he's coming to Washington, D.C., one of the many, many gay cities in America that are very open and welcome to, especially gay men. And it's just like, that's kind of a little bit too ironic. Is this real? And nothing was heard of. And you know what D said? He fucking that nigga.
Yeah. I mean, so.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I was like, Dwight Howard is a power bottom.
Clearly, because his bottom.
He had a good power forward to center, so
I mean, so he's gone. Wizards re-signed Thomas Bryant, so he's coming back.
And he's actually a good re-sign because much like Caruso, you really want to see what that young man has.
Yeah.
Bryant is one of those people right now that he could break off and be pretty much a really good center. Really good center. So
Washington also in the draft, they got this Japanese player. Was it Ryu Hachimura? Yeah, Ryu Hachimura.
No, yeah, Hachimura. Yeah, we drafted him. Hachimura out of Gonzaga.
Yep.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that this Bama played for Gonzaga. I was like, oh, that nigga with the Japanese name. Wait a minute, he coming to DC?
Yep.
Now, the reason why D says that like that is because, unfortunately, this season, and just the last few seasons, it's been difficult for me to get into college basketball. So there's a lot of players that just aren't on my radar. You know what I mean? So what I've seen of him already at Gonzaga and him coming here, I really hope there's something there. There's something weird right now with the Wizards. Because we don't have Ernie Grunfeld here no more.
Yay, ding dong, the witch is dead. He's gone.
I know, right? Nigga did one good thing, signed Gilbert Arenas, and he been here for like how long? But anyway.
That's his one, basically. That's the only reason why he stick around. Like every year at the end of the season, we gotta get rid of Ernie. But I gave you guys Gilbert. All right, Ernie.
No. You're like, no, he'll do this shit. Remember that time that Caron Butler was out there? This old glory shit he did 15 years ago. There's a reason why nobody wants to play for the Wizards for a minute. But anyway, whatever. I forgot the name of
the Detroit.
I forgot the name of the interim GM at the Wizards, but talk has been said from everybody. They like what he's doing because right now all the Wizards can't afford anybody, and right now you have to go through a weird rebuilding process when you still got two guys that are heavy on the
Bill and Wall basically,
and there's still a chance, and they said, and they're still open to to the chance of Bradley Beal leave, but they're still trying to build a team up like Bradley's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's really interesting. Where what you're seeing right now, Eric, Chris, is what I told you that the Wizards needed to do. They're breaking down everything. They're about to reset.
Burn
the
it
team.
down and reset everything.
They need to. And I told you this kind of last season, but I told you if they don't get no better by mid-season, they need to burn it down. Eris, you want to talk about Homer Simpson looking at the pig flying in the air? That was Chris this whole season with the Wizards.
Bruh, they had Eris. They had shot.
We're still good.
It's gone.
They had Eris. Here's how bad the East was, right? I said at the beginning of the season, I was like, oh, Wizards, they might get the 8th spot because that's how fucking horrible the East is and shit. And they had a shot, and then the Warriors came into town and crushed that shot. And I was just sitting there like, well, fuck, we're done.
There's only so much you can do with this team, man. And you're asking Bradley Beal to lift up, to push a mountain up and fuck him, man.
And it didn't help that Dwight Howard was like injured on and off the whole season.
And ineffective. Bobby Portis and Brian did very good. They showed up, but when you have terrible seasons like that, of course, anybody that does anything correct looks good. Yeah. So you're really hoping if they are rebuilding, which I think they are, we're going to start seeing a couple things change, man. Oh, yeah, but John Wall's not going nowhere. Nobody's going to take that fucking contract.
Nah,
so,
plus he's Mr. Glass at this moment, so it's like, do you really,
But anyway.
Well, I don't know.
Anything else?
In my mind and heart, Greg Oden is still Mr. Glass.
Okay,
Greg Oden just being the fact that he's in the Big Three league is a sad thing for me. Like, you could have.
I'm sorry. Every time I hear about the Big Three league, I get sad. I get sad because I just want NBA Jam to make a comeback now.
Yeah. But D Rose went to Detroit.
D Rose is Detroit?
Yeah, D Rose is in Detroit.
Wow, Mr. Glass is in Detroit. Awesome.
And Rondé Hollis Jefferson, once Brooklyn was like, yeah, we're not going to pick you up because we're probably going to aim for KD. He signed a deal with Toronto. So
prepare for obscurity, Toronto. Hope you have fun with that championship.
I was gonna say, yeah, they don't have Kawhi, they don't have Danny Green. We got
Danny Green went to the Lakers, didn't he?
Yep. And I feel like Toronto has a fucking boulder strapped to its chest and is about to get pushed out in the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Drake.
Speaking of this free agency,
I'm really thinking they put a gun to his mouth as soon as Kawhi left.
And it's the equivalent of the Marlins fire sale in '98 and the Marlins fire sale in 2004. The Marlins have a lot of fire sales.
Yep. You know that's the sad part about all this. Motherfucking Kyle Lowry is still there. He can't go nowhere.
Kyle Lowry is looking like Will Smith at the end of Fresh Prince.
Why don't they love me no more?
Why
don't they love me anymore, man?
Everybody rolled out on him, man. And now you just it's Drake, man.
I'm gonna say, you still got Surge.
Hey, look.
Denzel, Denzel, see, you almost had me going there. Instead of why don't he want me no more, man, I was really thinking of that image of Will when he was at that empty house.
That too.
I mean, look. You know what's now.
Hey, Chris, I got it for you. I got one for you now. When that trade went down of Kawhi going to the Clippers. Meanwhile, you see like what do you call
friends?
Yeah.
YouTube.
Like meanwhile at the Legion of Doom, all of a sudden you see Lex Luthor.
Actually, no.
Hold on. That's perfect. It seems that you did a good job, Pusha T. Yeah, I told you this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Now, what will you do, Drake? I'm gonna make another song.
Nah, I got it. I don't know. Ask Kawhi. Kawhi?
This is perfect. You are now part of the Legion of Doom. Everybody all laughing. Here's Pusha T. Yeah.
Now here's gonna be the shocker, right? Utah Jazz, apparently they got big dick energy from their owner.
They do.
Because they got Mike Conley, Bojan Bojanovic, they got Ed Davis, Jeff Green, Emmanuel Mudiay, and they got Donovan Mitchell.
Fucking shooter's paradise.
And Rudy Gobert. Gobert. So they big dick swinging for the past couple of days now, to the point that Vegas has pretty much had them as the third team to actually win the championship.
Yeah.
When you got enough money from all those years of I can't even finish that shit. You know Jazz on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I meant to say, Kyle Lowry is like this, right? Imagine DeMar DeRozan is Tanahashi. Now imagine Tanahashi leaves. Then imagine that Kawhi Leonard is Okada. Now imagine Okada leaves. Now, I want you to imagine Naito standing in the ring all by himself in Karaoke Hall. Out. And it's just him and Shingo Takagi. And they put this up in the air. And it's just them because Bushi, Sonata, and Evil are gone.
Oh, yeah.
And Takahashi is still on the sidelines.
I mean,
Rory.
Now I tell you what though.
Meanwhile, Okada's sitting in the locker room holding up the picture of the time.
Oh my god!
No, he laying on his chair. He leaning back in his locker space, like fucking Wolverine with his hand.
That's
on
what he
the
was
picture.
saying. That's what he was saying. That's what
No. Here's one thing to add to that. One thing to add to that. Hey yo, Okada, why your finger keep on rubbing on Tanahashi's dick? Leave me alone.
Oh my god!
I got it. Hey, tranquilo.
Might as well, man. Now, if we're moving past this real quick, shout outs to the U.S. women's soccer team for kicking ass and winning the World Cup. Shout outs to them.
Oh yeah.
Now the only reason why I not celebrate more is because this was inevitable.
I mean, I'm just saying, pay. In the words of KGB from Rounders, pay them the money. Just pay them the money.
That's it. Pay them go.
Pay them what they owe, man. Just pay them.
Hold up. as a certain actor who's always played the age of 55 since the jump, they just want the money.
We just want the money. And they did it with the cherry on top of them basically off rip saying, yo, we're not going to the White House. Fuck.
You know the best part of
look at the last sports team graced with the White House dinner being hamburgers and French fries. Would you want to go there?
I'm just saying the fact that
no, you know Donald Trump.
They're not gonna have hamburgers and French fries.
Oh, you know Donald Trump. Like, I bought you girl things. That's where you have a plate of Barbie dolls.
Spatula, nice drink.
And also, don't forget, there's tampons, for you girls if you bleed or if you bleed yourself or something.
I have an easy bake oven for you. It's right in the corner. It's great.
I have these special, very special. These were flown in today. Dinner gloves, Mr. President. These are dishwashing gloves. Like I said, special.
Now get in the fucking kitchen and wash these dishes.
Ladies, understand. All you have husbands.
Look, I'm gonna be classy about it. I brought them Arthur Treachers.
First off, you said Arthur Treachers. That motherfucker.
I bought all your husband's lifetime supply of Viagra so you can get to making babies.
Because come on, I know you want babies.
Wait. No, CJ, go ahead.
First off, you mentioned Arthur Treachers. That motherfucker. Do you see the food that he puts out there? That dude can't even afford Chick-fil-A. You really think he can afford Arthur Treachers?
I'm gonna let that slide because you interrupted my joke because it gets better.
Okay, all right. Go for it. Keep going.
I bought all of your husband's Viagra so you can get to making babies because, come on, who doesn't want babies? Mr. President, I'm gonna let you. What do you need, like a turkey baster or something?
I got a question. You know what? I have a question about lesbians. So when you do it, where does the sperm go?
In the words of Brian Griffin, my God, no one is this stupid.
Oh man, oh man.
All right, so let's talk about something better. A white ass movie, a really white movie. I mentioned on a podcast, particularly Twister, our Twister podcast for Three Black Geeks, that white people rank themselves on a certain level. Number 1, white men. Number 2, white people's money. Number 3, white women. And number 4 is golden retrievers. Now, if you want to know where black people at, we're sitting at 177.
Technically, we're sitting at 176 because it's white women's black bulls.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to say very here. I'll say this: when it comes to animals, right, dogs in particular, with movies, right, I'm willing to let a lot of shit slide, right? You know, we all grew up during the era where we had Benji and stuff, the smart dog that took on a wildcat. And we're like, that's bullshit, but whatever, it's Benji. We don't care.
I like how you just completely bypassed Beethoven, but No,
I was getting to Beethoven actually. I can deal with Beethoven because Beethoven just doing dog shit. Like, I can't be mad at that. I really can't, right?
Yeah.
And then you get Marmaduke with. They didn't really need to have him talking, but whatever. Then you get, Lassie, fine, smart dog. I'm fine with this. Turner and Hooch, cool. I'm fine with all this, right?
Marley.
Yeah, Marley and me, fine. My problem is that only a white person can concoct a movie, especially a franchise. Yes, Air Bud is a goddamn franchise. Concoct a movie with a dog that somehow makes the high school or middle school team or whatever, and is the best fucking basketball player. In the 90s were weird, all right? I told D this earlier, that there's a movie called Ed with him and where Matt LeBlanc.
Oh, Matt LeBlanc?
Yeah, Matt LeBlanc. Yeah, Matt LeBlanc is basically roommates with a monkey that can pitch a fastball 90 miles an hour, and I was like, why?
I just heard about this movie because what you call it, Sports Nation or so, or they we were talking about the worst sports movie, and they were talking about Ed. They were like, not to be confused with Eddie.
It's up there because there's another the more famous one is actually the Babe Ruth story. The Babe Ruth story is supposed to be about Babe Ruth, but they did it in the most shucks, gee golly type of way. And on top of that, not only does Babe Ruth heal a kid who couldn't walk, not only did he predict certain things.
So he was Jesus.
Yes. And the day that he died for baseball.
Even though in real life he's a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, he was. They
turned this motherfucker into Lou Gehrig.
But God damn it, John Goodman the shit out of fucking Babe Ruth though.
Oh yeah, he did. But the Babe Ruth story, they don't talk about his two other divorces that he had, but he talks about his last wife that he was married to. Okay, cool, fine enough. But even then, it's like you do that. Babe Ruth was known for two things. Number one,
womanizing.
No. Number one was the home runs. Number two, having a whole lot of Asian prostitutes.
Oh, yes, he did. Oh.
If you want to know what his name was, it was Rice, my nigga. So, but the point is, not Babe Ruth. The Air Bud series took another had a series because of one thing. White people love dogs. Okay, they love golden retrievers, especially.
Yeah.
They love themselves some golden retrievers, don't they, man? But anyway, in this movie, it's okay. A clown has a dog that's semi, intelligent.
It's a drunk clown, all right? You got to specify this shit. It's a drunk clown.
No, that nigga's not drunk. He's a fucking loser. That's the guy.
That's the same shit.
That's the guy. No, that's the guy that proudly beats off to the JC catalog. Okay, he's a sad person.
Actually, let's be a little more classy. It's not the JCPenney catalog. It's Maxim.
No.
No.
Maxim shows titty. JCPenney just want to show you this.
Wait. I got it.
Yeah.
Mary Kay.
Not a Mary Kay. No, come on. Wait, it's just hands and... Ew!
You got it? You got it? There you go.
All I'm saying is, out of this whole movie, I looked at the cast. I'm familiar with one of them being Bill Cobbs, because Bill Cobbs. I'm gonna be real about this. It's the '90s. Bill Cobbs was in everything. You need an old black dude in your movie, whether it's an all white cast or not. Bill Cobbs is your guy.
Yo, fuck this movie for treading lightly on the black nigga magic trope.
Yo,
because it came very close. Because how did y'all like that scene? Yes, we're gonna go everywhere on this motherfucking podcast. But how did y'all like that scene at the end of the movie where Bill Cobb walked out and he was like, "Well, I don't know much about anything, but I do know about teamwork."
I was trying to tell D earlier. It's like Morgan Freeman in that episode of South Park. Every time I explain something complicated, I get afraid.
Time out for a second. By the way, DK, thanks for bringing up Morgan Freeman. I love the recent South Park video game because you actually have to fight Morgan Freeman and a young Morgan Freeman in a secret boss fight, and it's fucking hilarious.
Young Morgan Freeman.
Yes. During the battle, Morgan Freeman time travels back and he brings in a young Morgan Freeman in the battle. It's fucking hilarious and bizarre as shit.
What young Morgan Freeman? Morgan Freeman was born at 45 years old.
Which makes the boss fight fucking hilarious.
First of all, young Morgan Freeman does exist. It was an old telephone commercial. That was the first sign of him actually being quote unquote young.
Was it like a rotary phone? Was it like a phone with a switchboard?
No. I make it even better for you. It was definitely not a rotary phones, but he was hanging out on a pole, like on a phone line.
Yeah, I'm on the phone line. I'm trying to call.
I can't even be mad at it because he was airman, and that's some shit that a vet would do.
But the kicker part is you got Bill Cobbs, you got Homegirl, and you probably know who she is. She was one of the nuns in Sister Act.
Yes.
I thought that was her.
Yeah, it was her. Brendan Fletcher, who he's a Uwe Boll mainstay in a lot of his movies.
I think I know who he is.
Yeah, that's what happens when you can't get work. You just keep going to Uwe Boll.
Hey, look. Uwe Boll.
Hey, when Kate Beckinsale fell on hard time, where'd she go?
Hey, she got money. She got paid, right? The check cleared. What's gonna happen? I mean,
she was able to pick up that Volvo.
Basically, I mean, shit.
I just like that he picked Volvo. He didn't even try to say Volvo. No, Volvo.
But then you got this kid, Kevin Zegers. Now, this guy, the dude has a weird filmography, but the fact that he did all 3 Air Bud movies, because he did the Air Bud in 3 sequels, he also did another movie where he starred alongside a hockey playing chimp.
Was it called, Ice Bananas?
Did I say Kate Beckinsale? I'm sorry, I meant bootleg Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, Most Valuable Primate.
In other words, the Volvo joke actually makes it even better.
Oh yeah, it really does. It really does. But see, here's the thing, Aris. This same guy, he's in your show, Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh God.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now Aris has got to think.
Your boy Melvin.
Really?
Yep, same dude. I thought you would have noticed him off the jump you watched this movie.
Honestly, I forgot about it. I really forgot about it. Because to be honest, I still haven't even watched. I have watched none of season 5 of Fear.
Well, he was in season 4. He was in season 4.
Okay. See, I barely watched season 4.
Yeah, he was in that one. That's why I was like, that guy looks familiar. Oh shit, it's the Air Bud dude. Damn.
I'm sorry. The vet and Chris goes, oh shit, it's the Air Bud guy.
It's the Air Bud.
Because that's the only thing I remember him from. It's like, yo, I've seen him before, and it's like there's a lot of like young actors that you see in these little obscure movies, and then all of a sudden you happen to like turn on TV. It's like, is that the same kid? Holy shit! It's like fucking fucking not Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the other fucking dude. He's in the new Sylvester Stallone movie, Devon Sawa. He's another one. He popped up in that fucking Lockout movie with Sylvester Stallone.
Wait, one of the Home Improvement boys?
Nah, Devon Sawa was the one that hung out with the Home Improvement boys.
Oh
yeah.
So with the Disney movies, you always got to check that because especially with the kids, you want to know if like, hey, did one of that guy make it or whatever. It is kind of interesting. Like he did keep them.
But also too, is that much as this a Disney movie? This shit smelled of Canada.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because you hear the kids say, you heard the kids tell Air Bud, well, Buddy, like, come on, boy, come on, what's your worried about? He said that. I'm like,
Canada.
I couldn't tell from all of the maple syrup and bacon.
You know what? It's hard. It's hard being. It's got to be hard being a Canadian in the film industry because you either like genius animation or you come up with shit like this.
You know what I mean?
This movie taking place in the middle of
then you come up with super cult following movies like Scott Pilgrim.
Well,
and then you come out with a whole lot of like, I'm sorry, what was that?
It's like this is supposed to be middle America. It's like this supposed to.
First of all, you can't talk about Cole Lyoko like that. That was an important show in my childhood.
Oh, shut up! I didn't watch that.
Here's what wows me out. This is supposed to take place in like middle America, and this shit. As much as I say it smells Canada, this shit is in fucking Vancouver.
Now to let the movie off the hook, it takes place in Washington.
AKA Vancouver. Vancouver. Yeah, Vancouver. Gotcha.
Yeah. So, like I said,
Vancouver, aka the Diet Sprite of Washington.
Seltzer water. It's a seltzer and lemon.
It's actually the White Claw.
The White Claw.
White Claw. Oh my god.
First off, DK. I don't know. Shout outs to you putting that fucking video of White Claw being the white version of Fro Loco. Cause
when I saw that shit, I was like, "This is it. this is it."
White Claw is nothing. White Claw is.
They gentrified Fro Loco. I didn't think it was possible. They did it.
It's a gentrified Fro Loco.
Yo, and the best part is there's a bootleg White Claw called Truly.
Truly. God, man, that sounds like that gives a kid like spinal meningitis or some shit. They drink too much.
It looks like it gives them back problems. It does.
It does. Look at that shit, man. What the?
I ask
This looks like Northern American white privilege in a
It does look like white
privilege. I'm just saying, only in this movie do they let a dog join a basketball team. I'm like, where? No, you can't do that. What? No.
There's no rules in the rule book that says a dog can't play basketball.
Bullshit.
It was like, fat nigga.
But I like, look, how did you guys like the very, very quick child abuse subplot that was there?
Here's the thing. That's what Disney does. Disney did that shit in spades in the 90s. It'll be like, oh, so happy joy. But also the father beats the kid. Whoa, guys, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, guys?
And he's drunk. He's drunk without you explicitly saying he's drunk because he's just mad.
Because also Disney doesn't because Disney doesn't want to pay the money to show what kind of beer they're drinking. So it could be Bud Light, could be Budweiser, could be Coors.
It's like Pabst Blue Ribbon, but
CJ. It's just a Canada Dry can covered in construction paper.
Again, this is Disney in the 90s. They were cheap. They were probably cheap with it, and I was like, you know what? Let's just get some Peps, some PBR.
Yo,
you know what? They say that, but then they had Johnny Tsunami.
That they did.
I'm supposed to believe, and you can't. Yeah.
The thing that get me though with that whole little subplot, like it doesn't come back. All you know is that he was the coach that was outshined by because he was wrong. And he wanted to abuse his son about it. He got his son to go to a different team. I'm like, yo, this is like the kid. So far, what I saw of all the kids, all y'all ain't got no jumper, no defense.
Nope.
Not a single black kid on the team. I'm like,
there was a black kid. There was a black kid.
I didn't see.
In real talk, I thought he was supposed to be the best person on the team, but he wasn't.
Because they didn't get the athletic kid. They got that one C student that's always daydreaming in class.
Yeah. You know, Alvin.
Which is always a shame. Which is always a shame when you look at movies when you look at like these kids sports movies and you think, okay, there's got to be a black kid in there somewhere. I mean, come on, Ladybugs at least gave us one black girl who was decent at soccer.
You know what I mean, man?
Eric, she was the sassy black girl, so of course.
No. CJ, first of all, I'm gonna need you to hit all. I'm gonna need you to hit all F4 on that comment because first of all, that girl got little to absolute zero screen time.
I mean, she was the sassy black girl. That's all I'm saying. For a hot second.
Yeah, she didn't even have a line. I was saying, even Johnny Tsunami had a black kid. We seen young.
Yeah, because he had top billing alongside Shang Tsung. That's all I'm saying.
I like that we no longer refer to him.
Like, how do you refer to Shang Tsung? Heihachi Mishima.
His government is Shang Tsung.
Yes.
Like if you really think about the cover for Air Bud, the fact that Bill Cobbs is probably like the top guy in the movie tells you that the front cover of the movie was like, yeah, we really don't know how to sell this movie. Put the dog on front. We don't know who these other guys are.
Because at the end of the day, that's all anybody came to see this movie for. We want to see a dog hitting jumpers like no other.
Yeah, and and the kid who somehow miraculously makes the team because of the fucking dog. And I'm like, so you go from basically being the kid that washes the team's underwear to making the team because reasons.
Because the dog. Basketball reasons.
Yep, the dog.
It's like, come on, buddy, you can shoot. I don't have a jumper.
Now, of course, he ends up making the team because, one, not just because the dog, but number two, because the plot said so.
Well, of course, clearly.
Because the plot said so.
Clearly,
The plot deemed it so. I like that, man. The kid is like only in this world can a dog join a team.
Oh. Side note, funny thing about Shang Tsung, I read this not too long ago. The Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat is Sabrina's uncle, Melissa Joan Hart's adaptation of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh, wow.
So, Mortal Kombat is canon.
It's Disney.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it's kind of canon. Outworld exists.
No, but see, here's what's wild to me, right? So the team is playing ball. The dog rolls inside the gym and just jumps on the court, and I'm like, so we're just gonna allow this, huh?
How did you like the shenanigans? How did you like the shenanigans? Like, get the dog, and they're slipping around.
And then he goes, nobody know, and he holds the ball up over his head, and Buddy pokes the ball, and ball goes in. Money.
I like how everybody stops, go like they, like some kid just did a Michael Jordan from the free throw dunking that motherfucker. They're like,
oh,
and they just cheer for this shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Side note, and I got a screenshot of it. Homeboy, when Air Bud made that first shot, and clearly the kid racked up a lot of assists that he probably broke records, but. One of the dads on the team, it looked like he orgasmed because he looks up in the air, and I'm like, did he orgasm just a second ago? Because, I can't believe the kid.
Dude, I like the fact that when Air Bud started playing, they was like, he's getting better stats than the rest of the kids. I died. Didn't that nigga have he had 8 points and 6 assists and 4 rebounds? And the nigga don't got no thumbs. How the hell he did a rebound?
Dude, the kid is the one that's racking up the assists. He's like, hey, bud, shoot the ball out my head. I'm like, okay, so you just racked up 20 assists?
Kid's playing Gary fucking Payton.
Look, first of all, the kid's playing it smart, up them assists. Got to get noticed somehow.
Man, he John Stockton at that shit.
He was white chocolate.
Hey, you know what's hilarious? I actually listened to a bunch of people talk about who was the first person that bust their ass in basketball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gary Payton had me rolling because off the break, like, man, y'all already know that motherfucker, MJ. Allen Iverson was a good one. Allen Iverson,
KJ.
He said I had KJ. He hit me for 39, 9, and 9. I was like Kevin Johnson from the Suns. He was like, man, I was crying after that. I was like, yo. Of course, and I knew it when he went to Dwayne Wade. I already knew Dwayne Wade. I knew what he was
saying. BD.
He like BD. Baron Davis used to bust my ass, bro. Yo. One entertainment. I watched a lot of early, Dwayne, his first 3 seasons. I watched pretty much almost every game.
Phenomenal.
Almost every game for Dwayne Wade. And yeah, Baron Davis would fucking destroy him.
Yeah, because he didn't learn to play defense till like 2008 when he was with the Olympic team.
Until LeBron got there. Oh yeah, that's how you play defense.
First of all, that was like 3 or 4 years before. Thank you very much.
No, it wasn't. It was like
yes,
two.
It was.
It was like
it was
two.
no, because it was when he got chosen for the U.S. Olympic team. They made him play defense
because Mike Krzyzewski was like, no. What the fuck are you
Coach
guys learning in the NBA?
Coach K is like, hold on, what's going on?
In the NBA? You know how to play, how to be cool? No!
Yo, for real,
you can't fuck up with Coach K.
Real talk though, we gotta get back to this movie real quick though. I just the fact that this movie dared to be like, all right, you know what? We're gonna throw a montage in there. The Timberwolves. That's the name of the team. The Timberwolves.
Yo, how you like that no look that he got for that 3-pointer though?
I'm sorry, the whole
shoulder over the Bud hit that 3 like nothing.
The whole movie, I'm just sitting there, just like, how is this legal? How?
There's gotta be one. You know when they go to the black, they get that one school by Seattle. Yo, Bud can't do shit, man. The defense, yo, that's the game I wanted to see when they play the black team from the black side of Seattle. And
that squad was like, oh, y'all got Air Bud? We got Pitbull, dog. Let's go.
Pitbull out
They
there.
got a Pitbull.
No. I got you, Chris. Right there. Like, but don't worry. Yeah, we heard that other team as a dog too. Like you don't have to worry about that. All of a sudden, fuck them other niggas, cause I'm down for my niggas. What? Yo, and then you see the Pitbull come out. The Pitbull has a headband. It got dreadlocks coming out.
It's like, what?
You just made the Pitbull Montana 300.
You ain't lying. Bitch, I'm down. We roll him and out. All of a sudden, he walks over to Air Bud. Well, Bud, what's up, my nigga? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, man. I used to know that when you was a clown, man. Damn. So you playing ball with the white kids now, right, you, man? Yeah. All right, cool. Hey, you remember Rosa? Yeah, man, I remember Rosa. Yeah, man, I fucked the shit out of her, bro.
Yo, but here's the...
know about that.
I mean, I had up against the fire hydrant light.
All of a sudden, like, hold on, here's the best part. Buddy, who's Rosa? That was my sister.
Hey,
real talk. Hold on. And the best part, they think it's going to be, look, the best part, you think it's going to be a good game, right? Buddy gets the ball. He's bouncing it with his nose. It's like, and you just see the Pitbull over there, man, this nigga steals that Joe. Why did you see that nigga get on his hind legs?
Dog.
1, 2, jump in the air. Whoa, what all that shit? Everybody lose their shit.
And then next thing you know, the Pitbull playing for the Atlanta Hawks.
Why the Pitbull lands, get right beside Bud all day, nigga. This is all day.
You walk over, buddy, like AI. Did Tyronn Lue?
Yo, hold on. Hey, Denzel, to make it worse, this nigga got range.
Nasty threes.
This nigga is fucking James Harden. This nigga is doing some James Harden shit. I mean, just like bloop, 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 bloop.
But look, the white kid is like, hey, pal, catch this. And he catches it with his 2 front paws. Nah, I got it. Boom! 3. Take that 20-footer.
Dog, I was still... And here's just...
What the fuck? Hold on. They make a good defense. They get the ball. Look, they make a good defensive stance. Buddy knocks it out one of the kid's hands, right? And the ball's just in the air. And Bud jumps in the air for it. Here comes your nigga Pitbull. Grab, gunks right on that nigga. Ball in Buddy's face.
Straight up.
Woo! Look, and you know it's a black school because you hear all the cheering, you hear the cheerleaders go,
Yo, here's what's wild to me. The fucking...
East Seattle Middle School ain't nothing to fuck with, man.
Here's what's wild to me out, though. The fucking team they got to face in the finals, they are waxing their ass in the fucking first half. Damn, these motherfuckers are killing them.
God. The shit that had me rolling was Bill Cobb saying that the kids got chicken pox. I'm like, yo, really? So stupid, man.
Dude, and just the fact, and then we get the ref because the ref has to beat the bumbling, fat dude, of course. And I'm like, okay, I guess. And then he's just going along with it. I'm like, so we're cool with this, right? All right, cool.
I mean, you cool with it. Look. At this point, man, you should
just rolling with it.
You gotta roll with it. When you see, look, dog, I would lose my shit if I saw a cat catch the football. I will fucking lose my shit.
They gave the dog fucking British Knight shoes. I'm just mad at that, to be honest.
You gonna give a dog K-Swiss? I'm not.
Somebody in the budget at Disney was like, hey, give him some shoes.
I'll let it slide for Skechers. For K-Swiss, nah, we keeping that.
I fucking gave this dude, like, I'm just sitting there like, they gave the dog shoes. I'm not saying dogs shouldn't be treated with dignity. They should, but you gave the dog shoes.
But they gave that nigga a motherfucking jersey, though. I'm like, yo, when did y'all have time to write the name Bud on the back of that shit?
Hey, we need
to gonna lie though, man. I was waiting for one of the little white kids to fucking just stab Air Bud during that game. Like, yo, fuck this shit. Stab the dog.
No, real talk.
Expecting somebody to foul the dog and kick him in the face.
We don't want to hurt. You don't want animals, and I'm not saying go out and hurt animals. But real talk, if I'm posted up against that dog, I'm elbowing the shit out of his ass. For real. And that's not. Hold on.
I'm setting up the nastiest fucking screens.
Hold on. And what year was that? 97?
I think so.
97, nigga. The fouls would have been. I would have been elbowing. You can elbow back then, nigga.
Well, I mean,
yes, I would have fouled the shit out of Air Bud.
To be fair to the movie, though, the villain of the other team did elbow Air Bud and foul him, and I'm like, so how does this get at the foul line? They just give him the ball, and I'm like, okay, I guess, movie, fine.
Hey, Chris, you're wrong. Because when they go to the line with the pit bull, right? And everybody's like, pit bull just behind them. Not doing shit like, gonna miss this shit. Doom, told you. You can't say no, man, fuck that nigga, man. I'm all right. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't touching him. But you know what I did touch? Rosa, and I left it in, nigga.
Actually, D,
the other
thing.
That game's gonna be like
that happened, right?
The
other thing that happened, right?
I tell your nephews you said hi.
Y'all do know the other thing that happened, right? So, Bud is at the free line. Pitbull rolls up to him. He just quietly whispers, if you miss this, is over. He pulled the LeBron. He pulled what LeBron did the arenas.
You started again. I miss the shit, nigga. No, but yeah, when he went up there for the free throws, right? The best response, Chris, throw it at him. I mean, duh. He can't shoot no other way.
Oh my God.
You thought he was going to go to the line like motherfucking Rick Barry and hold that thing low?
Nah, this shit was not going to fucking happen.
Fucking Hey Arnold shot?
Yeah, the Hey Arnold shot.
I mean, and it's just on top of that, again, you talk about the father that didn't know where. We got the subplot with the clown trying to reclaim the dog and shit. And I'm just like, okay. And then after the the team predictably wins the game, they pull this bullshit where they're outside. The judge of the small town is outside. All right, in order for her to see who goes to Air Bud goes to who, we're gonna see who Air Bud goes to the kid. And I'm like,
that's be rolling.
It was because remember the clown. He pulled out the newspaper. It was like, yeah, remember this?
Because apparently I beat Air Bud with the paper.
Real talk. If I was there, that dog would have came to me because I'd have had bacon in my pocket.
Oh yeah, boys. I'll be
bacon in my pocket.
Also real shit. Why would he pull out the newspaper?
Because he's an idiot.
So he pulls out the newspaper. Buddy walks over to him, grabs the newspaper, rips it, and then goes over to the boy.
Your slave.
I'm not yours.
You must be.
I mean, I'm just mad that this Air Bud the series they hit every sport. Like the sequel, he's playing
volleyball movie.
Sequel, Air Bud Golden Receiver, he's playing football. World Pup, he's playing soccer. Then all of a sudden he's playing baseball, playing volleyball. And I'm like, no, how does this work?
They should have stopped that World Pup.
Oh, what about?
And
no,
then
what
next
about
thing
the?
you know, his puppy is
Yeah.
Thank you, Denzel. I was just about to say, what about the other one, Air Buddy?
Not only that, not only is he an average ass player, he's an irresponsible parent.
Yeah. It's like,
well, I mean,
Like,
he is a
this
male
nigga
dog,
is like-
so.
Like this nigga, like if you want to be real, like this nigga's like having with no hands playing in the NBA.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'm just curious, like,
That's why. That's why all
Throw it at him.
I'm just mad that these movies had like a small budget enough for them to keep doing sequels. Like that is
Right.
amazing to me. Like that's crazy. But it's
But they had to
crazy.
keep rolling because they had to keep putting the revenue from the next money into the next film and the revenue from that money to the
Yeah.
next film. They had to keep it rolling.
No, but it all the thing about this series is that, and I think maybe that's why it went straight to DVD after the sequel. It's just like it kind of showed that the first one was a gimmick because that second movie didn't do too hot at the movie theaters. So it's
Yeah,
like,
nigga, it was like Michael Dog.
Look, first of all, let's call it what it is, CJ. The original movie, first Air Bud, was really the story of the animal version of Karan Butler rolling with a white Antonio Daniels.
whoa, buddy, whoa, buddy.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Ayers, here's
You
$10
really
for
just
that
said
one.
What was that?
Here's $10 for that one, brother.
Woo. That is
I
something,
haven't seen nobody rack up as many assists as Daniels back.
man. I mean,
I was gonna say James Jones with Dwayne Wade, but that's good. I like that one.
I mean, and I mean, maybe it's indicative of the time period that it came out. I mean, this is '97. I think I mentioned it when we were talking about Air Force One and the fact that
Yeah, a couple years earlier, Ben Savage would have been in that bitch instead.
no bullshit, man. It's like, hey, Ben, so how's Boy Meets World doing? Great. All right, cool. You
know
good?
the one good thing. The one
Topanga, you got to see this.
The one good thing I can say though about this movie, and I really mean this, is that there were no NBA stars in this.
Whoa,
Oh,
man.
None.
Yes, it
Man.
is. Because this movie could have easily said, and also starring Charles Oakley of the New York Knicks.
No,
Was he gonna choke out somebody?
It would have been with a guest appearance by Hakeem Olajuwon.
Mm-hmm.
No. See,
It would have been a game.
see. I aim high because this is Disney. Special guest appearance by Shaquille O'Neal, and he only shows up the last 2 minutes of the movie.
Jack didn't do Space Jam, man, nigga. Ain't doing
First of
Air
all,
Bud.
CJ is absolutely right because come on, 4 points got Shaq.
Oh, you know what it would have been? You know what it would have been? It would have been a cameo by Muggsy Bogues trying to pose.
No, it would have been Muggsy. It would have definitely been Muggsy.
No, actually,
Muggsy Bogues trying to pose as a 14-year-old in middle school.
no, actually, you know what? Since this is a very white movie, Chris Mullins' ass would have been in this damn movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Special guest appearance by Chris Mullins.
I was gonna go with I was going Tony Kukoc, but you know what? You got me.
Nah. I got you. Brian Scalabrine is the shooting coach.
Not 97.
Not 97.
Hey,
Not
look,
97.
just because I like his what the fuck face, Larry, just for shits and giggles.
Larry Bird would not have done this.
Nah, Larry
Bird
Bird
would not have done it. Like, look.
Yo, you know who would have done it though?
Bill Paxton.
No, you know what?
Oh, yes, he would have.
You know who would've done it?
Scott Skiles.
No.
Scott Skiles.
No.
Scott Skiles
No.
would have did this shit.
No. Pat
Sean
Riley.
Bradley.
Pat Riley probably would have.
Pat Riley.
Pat Riley would
Pat
do that.
Riley comes at the very tail end of the movie. I heard about a dog.
How would you like to play for the Miami Heat?
I can see that.
Bring your talents to South Beach.
I can see Pat Riley wanting to show up right at the end of the movie to sign him like he's Frankie Sharp from Wayne's World.
Dog.
And then wait. And then him and the white kid sitting by a pool at the fucking I forgot the name of the hotel. But at the pool of the hotel on Collins Avenue, just panting and smiling his face off with a pair of shades and 2 girls in bikinis, but you don't know why. And he's got a girl dog in a bikini swimming in the pool, obviously doing the breaststroke.
It'll be worse. It could be worse. It could be worse. That dog could have been pulling the Phoebe Cates from Fast Times.
Oh, best part about it though. It was like, so Bud, how was your day? Like, how was your practice yesterday? And then you just go back to practice. You see him getting beat up, and Glenn Rice over there threatening to kill him.
Hey, you know what though? You know what though?
You know who would have been really good? Chris Berman. Can you imagine that on the highlight reel?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Hey, look, I'll take it a step further. They're in Washington. We would have got Sean Kemp's ass in that movie.
Yes.
We would have got Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp
or Peyton.
No, they only give Sean Kemp one line to say this. Wow, that's some dog.
Yeah.
Or they make Sean Kemp like Bill Cobb's son or something like that. Like, yeah, you gotta meet my son.
I got one. Gary Payton. That was pretty cool, kid. Walks away.
Thanks, Gary.
You know, here's the thing.
Hey,
I was right as a kid. I'm a grown up now, and I can enjoy Gary Payton. But I always knew that Gary Payton was a pure asshole, and I was correct. So now I can enjoy him.
Look,
I love Gary.
Even as a kid, I love Gary. I already knew he was an asshole.
Now,
Gary was my player.
Now, if there's only one sad thing about this movie, and this is actually real truth, okay? The movie passed away a year after this movie.
Yep.
Of cancer. Of cancer.
What?
Yep. Died of cancer.
Nick had the doggy cancer?
Yep.
He probably did it to get out of the sequel.
No, that's terrible, man. Doggy cancer is a real thing. I keep on calling it doggy cancer because it's cuter to call it that. So you can make fun of it. So
do dogs go on dialysis? That's the key thing.
No. Yeah, I heard they can.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, animals can.
Huh, shocking.
The one thing with him, I'm just saying it, man, for real talk. Bud chewed a whole lot of tobacco. And
y'all laugh.
Shut the fuck up! This is an important statement I have to make.
I mean,
yo.
He was chewing on that red man, D.
Hey, real talk. Let's talk about one of the best parts of this film. Mr. Noodle was in this fucking film.
That is Mr. Noodle. Now, if you don't know who Mr. Noodle is, that guy that was the clown. He was actually one of the fun parts of
Elmo's World.
Elmo's World, yeah.
He was also one of the ministers in Sister Act 2.
Yep.
Yes, he was. He's a bit of a character after himself. He has done it, stuff like that.
He got taken out by the Raptors in Jurassic World, in Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah. So you've seen him before, man. So yeah, he was probably like the only real known actor in this movie, to be honest with
you. Yeah, I mean, it always is and stuff. But this was fun, D. You had me watch Air Bud. It was a pain for you. It was an easy watch for me. It was an easy watch for me.
Twice.
Hey, look, I had fun with it in the sense of there's 3 different versions of it on YouTube. There's a French version, there's a regular version, and there's a one with Indian subtitles.
The one with Indian subtitles is always a treat.
I want to see the one. I want to see the one that's dubbed in Hindi though.
Oh, you want to double that? I don't think YouTube is a weird thing. The internet is.
And it's funny because I know they would change the dog's bark to a voice actor. So be like, ah-woo.
I mean, I think that's indicative of the fact that I don't care Bud ever hit DVD.
Yeah, I don't think it had to. It had to.
It did.
It had to.
I mean, for YouTube not to take it down, I mean, like you said, maybe because YouTube is weird.
Believe it or not, because of the Buddies movies, yeah, they definitely keep the animal movies in rotation for Disney. I can pretty much guarantee you it has a DVD.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of crazy too. Like I said, they went with different dogs in every movie and stuff. But yeah, the animal craze of the '90s and stuff with them doing sports was a thing for a while.
Yeah, and like CJ said in the beginning, Ed with Matt LeBlanc.
I mean,
where apparently he joined the minor league off of one tryout.
I mean, but that's my thing too. I don't think you could really do these movies now, to be honest.
You can. They still make them, man. Come on, man.
What movie?
Eric Roberts has done a movie where he's a talking cat. They still make these.
Eric Roberts would do anything for a fucking ham sandwich. Dude. And I love Eric Roberts.
Oh, that's what
they make money. They make money on the DVD market, man. Big money. They're family movies. They're super safe. Yeah.
Also,
they make these movies all the time.
Also, Buddy was Comet on Full House.
Yep. Oh shit! He was. Wow! Damn! Wow!
I just remember.
Good for him. So we had an all-star.
So between him and the Fraser dog, they were between that one and the Fraser dog, they were both kicking up on TV. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I remember that Fraser dog was actually kicking up with money. I'm like, where's that money going to?
So if we really think about it, the dog, this golden retriever is actually the reason why golden retrievers are actually so popular today. It's one of the many reasons why.
Yeah, that is true.
Right? And like I said, they're the white people of dogs. They're overly friendly. And real talk, I have a feeling if I dig deep into the history of Labrador retrievers, it's going to be really, really racist. I just know it is. I just really know it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like them hunting down all the Jewish dogs. You know, shit like that. You know, man.
Real talk. They had to make all sorts of different pictures, you know, featuring dogs. And I mean, CJ, you mentioned all of them, and of course, there was one that we did.
I just found out that there was a black Labrador retriever named Nigger.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
See, I was setting up a joke, but I don't even want to do it anymore. That just took it out. That just took that out of me.
Oh, you want to hear a better one? I used to love H.P. Lovecraft's works. I kind of still do. Motherfucker had a cat named Nigger Man.
Nigger Man.
Oh, see, that's funny.
Wow. It's like I want to be mad at it, but at the same time, it's like that's a very bold name. I can't really be mad at that.
No, because check it out. They made like so many different pictures, especially, you know, like with dogs, I mean, or just animals in general. And you gotta have the sports picture for an animal. You gotta have the heartwarming family movie about a dog and a boy getting separated from whatever, and they gotta find their way back home. Then you gotta do the government experiment one because your friend says you owe him one.
Basically. I mean,
there's Dustin checks in.
Dustin checks. I don't want to do that one.
I love Dustin. You know what? I low key love Dustin checks in. I don't know, maybe it's Paul Rubens is in it. Maybe because you just laugh at the fact that homeboy from Seinfeld did that movie, and it's like I gotta wonder what was going through his mind.
Take him serious as like as a single parent.
I know, right?
So you mean to tell me we got Dunstan checks in? Look, you might as well up the ante and just throw in that darn cat.
Oh my god, that fucking movie.
Or the Shaggy Dog.
They have a choice between two movies, and because just of the schedule of Three Black Geeks of how it's going to be the next few weeks, I can already guarantee you there won't be a working title sports show for probably a couple of weeks or so.
Till after San Diego, basically.
What I'm really planning on is going to be if I can't get it before the tail end of January, I'll probably do it anyway. We're going to do Remember the Titans because we're going into football season, and I'm just guessing if we put out the show at the time. I gotta check the dates, but I think camp's going to start in late July. Okay. So yeah, it'll probably be during that time. So hopefully we can get one out before the month is out. So it's going to be, I had to put that out there. It's going to be a while. And I know we're hyped up for it because, again, there's going to be the main five of us doing our thing again. There's going to be you, me, Denzel, DK, and Mo. And this year I'm going to do a better way of reading our stats. And that's going to be fun because I really want us to bury Mo next season. I know he's not on this episode. I don't give a shit.
Can we make a fantasy?
I'm thinking we should, but there's only like 5 of us, man. So we have to make a fantasy league. You know what, Chris. We have to do that, man.
Got to.
We got to make a fantasy league this year, and we got to add in other friends and all that shit. But yeah. So yes, finally need one for Three Black Geeks for a fantasy league. We never did that. Why the fuck did that shit?
Because we're lazy, D. That's why.
The only one we did was the villains one, man. They stopped doing theirs, man. So
I was doing one with one of the guys from the Sports Convo Facebook group. I did pretty decent in that one because one of the seasons I did it in, the players that I got, they were injured like a motherfucker, and I had to sit there and play some guessing games like, all right, do I get Beasley this week? He might do good, and then he had a killer week, and then it's like, but this other player might be doing good. So it's like fantasy football is just. I'm not like good as a lot of these fantasy football gurus.
Hey, 1 year I ganked the whole league full of white people. Like they didn't even see it coming. I was undefeated the whole season.
Man, I need to. Actually, 1 year under the Three Black Geeks name. It was actually the last year I had with you. You and me were running at the same time. This is early Three Black Geeks, like second year Three Black Geeks.
Was that the year that we had Riley Racist Cooper on our team?
Nigga. No, I think it was, but what really matters is this, Chris. We were over everyone that season.
Yo, it was so weird because
like me and Chris, you know when you have those fantasies about yourself. What the fantasy I had about myself because one day I think it was the day we beat Jose. We cooked them right, and I felt like me and Chris were on the sideline in suits with glasses, just looking at the team, just kicking ass. Like, yeah, you see what we got, nigga.
It was so great. It was like the perfect storm of like, oh my god, we did so great. Yeah.
That's what happened. We didn't win the fucking league. We lost in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was amazing. But
shit happens. We got to definitely do one this year, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely got to do it. Anyway, so that's it. So everybody, see you later, man. Peace.
Peace.
All right.